Drake, and Kevin Gates. Within house production by King Kong Beats and R.J. Illa of In the Lab Recordings and Muuks, the producer. He states that the revolution will be televised.
Black Executive Triad.
Deland to the ATL. Celebrity DJ YG in a big I'm building. Badass Becky. Trill Will. Man, you better go.
Hood bitch. Yeah, chick, she look familiar. Yeah. She used to wobble on my. Too familiar. She still wobble on my. Wiggy, wiggy, wiggy. Wiggy, wiggy, wiggy. Wobble, wiggy, 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 wiggy.
Hundreds of fifties in cash. Baby, she get to the bag. And when she get to the bag, stuff all the money in your bags. Streaming the show on the app. She download 100 days. They download 100K. She spend it on Fashion Nova. Yes, sir, rich rolling. She see them other girls trolling. 20 grand on the first date. Instagram on the first date. Baby ain't been to the stalker. 120K falling. Booty poles on the gym clothes. Cake off from the shrimp pole. Drove off with the pole Olympics. She talk that, she gon' finish. No business like hoping. No business like soaping. Want a Lambo, she go get it. Put her money on the floor with it. Can't sleep, wanna go get it. Get her own dough with her own business.
Yeah, chick, she look familiar. Yeah. She used to wobble on my. Too familiar. She still wobble on my. Wiggy, wiggy, wiggy. Wobble. Wiggy, wiggy, wiggy. Wobble. Wiggy, wiggy, wiggy.
Rapper this, but now he too hype. Don't let no hickeys on my neck because I'm too white. He drive a fast muscle car, rally 2 stripes. They go skirt, skirt, vroom, ooh, 2 pipes. He see me iced out, so he wanna pipe now. He took me shopping, got his sister, she wanna fight now. I used to wobble on his isk when he was iced out. He blew a check and now I'm shining like a lighthouse, bling blow. If I'm off a checking ball, I ain't still a little neck involved. On this show, you bitches I evolve. Wreck shit like a wrecking ball. She don't want me to pull up. I'ma make the pull off. And this shit on them like pull ups. I'm going good, then I wipe them off.
Yeah, chick, she look familiar. Yeah. She used to wobble on my. Too familiar. She still wobble on my. Wiggy, wiggy, wiggy. Wobble. Wiggy, wiggy, wiggy. Wobble. Wiggy, 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 wiggy. Whoa. Whoa.
That was Wobble by our guest, Trill Will. Now, you know what kind of threw me off? Because I think I probably heard, like, the unedited version, and nobody ever sends unedited music. And so I'm like, what did he say? He was wobbling, and I'm like, wait, it got bleeped out. What happened? I was digging too deep trying to figure that out. So, but I think I actually heard the original. So, you know, of course, and no, my mind's a little, you know what, don't even worry about me, guys. Trill Will, how you doing?
I'm doing all right. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. How you doing?
Okay. I'm doing all right. Appreciate y'all today. Having me on.
Glad to have you on. I want to just jump right in because you patiently waited while we did our little intro and whatever. So I want to just, you know, jump right in. Your name. Where did you get your name from?
Actually, the name was given to me. You know, I work with Savage Life Entertainment, which is Webby's brother, older brother, and we're closely affiliated with the Trill fam. I'm very familiar with the Trill family. Trill too. You know, basically it came from them, from that side. People always used to tell me I kind of rap like I'm from Texas, even though I'm not from Texas. I'm from Florida, Deland, Florida. You know, but that's just basically it, man. And that's how I live. I always tell people how it is, whether they like it or not. And if I fucked up, I fucked up. You know, I'm not gonna act like I didn't do it. So I just keep it too real. You know, one way or another, whether it's for my benefit or it's not. You know.
There you have it. Trill is someone or something that is too real, and he is most definitely too real. How did you get your start in this industry? Did you come from a musical family? Did you have a passion in high school? You know, have you been doing this since birth? Like, where did all of this start for you?
Honestly, I grew up in a household where music was very influential. My dad was a music artist and group manager, and I grew up watching him with his bands and his different artists and so on and so forth. He actually had a hand in, I don't know if you remember the 69 Boys, the Butterfly, or the Tootsie Roll. You know what I'm saying? That's a new dance, they named it. But he actually had something to do with that. And, you know, just seeing him growing up, and I always loved music, you know what I'm saying? My first musical inspiration was Michael Jackson because I just wanted to be like him because I just knew that I could do what he was doing, you know, and that just was how I started. Then my voice changed, and the next thing you know, I was like, well, I can't sing no more, so I guess I got to figure something else out. So I started listening to hip-hop music more heavily, you know what I'm saying? Some of my older influences like Rakim and Nas, and these are the older influences, Method Man, you know what I'm saying? So on and so forth.
Yeah.
You know, so that's basically it.
Like, with your dad being a business manager, what made you decide to stick primarily with music instead of just going the business route like him?
Well, like I said, he was a business manager in the music field, so he was conducting people's business in the music field. So it was all closely related. And between that and growing up in the church, he played the drums. I ended up playing the drums at the age of 5. You know what I'm saying? So music was always in the infrastructure. My dad's an ex-military. My mom was a church mother. I mean, you know, the one that called the money at the end of the service. You understand me? So, like, that's just how I was raised. Music was just part of the culture, you know, that I grew up in.
Okay. So, how did you come up with your sound? Like the track we heard, that track we heard, it was more of a upbeat track. Like, what exactly inspires your sound and the way you create music?
Honestly, it's the instrumental. The instrumental talks to me. Whatever the instrumental is telling me that it needs to go on there, I just put it down. That's it. I mean, you'll notice that if she plays another track, you'll notice that my style completely changes depending on what track it is. You know, and that's just me being flexible and formlessness, having that formlessness of being able to use that 48 flower power, you know, where I can just adapt to whatever the environment is at the time, you know, speaking of the beat, you know.
How would you describe your musical style?
I would have to say conscious trap, you know what I'm saying? Like that song, that particular song you just played, that's more like for the strip clubs and stuff, but most of my stuff you can hear I think the term they're using now is a woke, you know what I'm saying? You can hear the wokeness in my music, in my lyrics, in a lot of my records if you actually listen. But those people who are not looking for that, they're not going to find those jewels, you know? So.
Now, you know, everybody's a critic when it comes to music, especially if it's something that they don't like. What's the biggest misconception that you feel that people have about your genre of music or your style of music?
What's the question again?
What's the biggest misconception people who listen to your music have about your genre or your style of music? That just because the song is on a trap beat, that it means it's about only about material things and only about women and only about, you know, because I rap about other things as well. You know, I usually try to tie it into some kind of reality. A lot of people, they just listen to the beats or the music, and they don't really listen to the actual words. That's something that we've gotten away from as a whole. I can't say everybody, but as a whole, the majority of people have gotten out of dissecting lyrics because of today a lot of music does not have anything to dissect. But my music is not that. That's not the case. So, you know, I think that's probably the biggest thing.
Yeah, so to go back a little bit, I noticed that you mentioned Michael Jackson, Rakim, were a couple of names you threw out. of artists who influenced you. But if there's a particular artist, which artist influenced the way you approach music the most?
Like right now, like today, or like when I started? Because it's different.
Well, let me hear both. What about when you first started? Who influenced your approach to music first, and then who influenced you the most today?
Well, I mean, probably when I was younger. Like I said, I mentioned Michael Jackson because that was the inspiration for me to want to perform, for me to want to be in front of a crowd of people. But as far as like hip hop and rap, I probably got to say Snoop Dogg, only because it was the first time I seen white people listening to hip hop music was when Snoop came out with that Bow Wow Wow, Yippee-Yo, Yippee-Yay. You know, that was a transcendent song that kind of showed me that, you know, you can bring in all cultures and walks of life through this music form. And today, I probably have to say, I probably throw three people out there. Probably Ross, Kevin Gates, and Drake. They probably influenced me the most today.
And what do you take away from Ross? Because I heard the guest last week, he mentioned that he was a big Rick Ross fan when we spoke to him. So what is it about Ross that speaks to you that you take away from him?
Just being able to narrate what I have been through without glorifying it per se. You know what I'm saying? Also while tying it in with lyricism and basically making catchy songs that you can be lyrical on. Because a lot of times people think that because you're lyrical you can't make a catchy song. That's just not the case. You might have to tweak it a little bit, or as they say, dumb it down. But that's what I learned from Ross. I took from Ross just being able to tell my story in a lyrical way, to have it be on a actual popular sound that people will vibe to. You know, because Rick Ross talks about some real heavy and serious stuff. Even on some of his bigger records, you know, he talks about some stuff if you're listening for that. That's basically what I took from him. You know, just that element of being able to create popular music without making it generic, without making it feel not personal. You know what I'm saying? Because he has a way of personalizing his music. When you hear a song from Ross, you're like, man, he's really giving it to you from his perspective. There's not a whole lot. He has his generic songs, you know what I'm saying? But for the most part, you know, that's basically what I got out of him, from him for real.
How is the music different from when you first started out?
Well, when I first started out, I saw my first independent contract on a local label in Orlando around 2001. My dad, he's the one who arranged that for me. Shout out to Clutch and N2K Records. I don't even know if they're still doing music, but you know, around 2001. And what I basically was doing then was I was just rhyming words. You know, I had a message, you know, that I was trying to get out there, but I really wasn't. I was unlearned. And then the music in general, you know, music has changed so much since then, and it really has. I think that basically, in long story short, I just was unsharpened. I wasn't. My iron was not sharpened all the way. You know, my blade wasn't sharpened all the way. So that's my main difference. But in contrast with the music that was out then, I think the music that was out then, I was trying to emulate what was already out. If that makes sense. This is what I feel like a lot of people, artists, so-called artists, or rappers, because there's a difference between a rapper and an artist. But I think a lot of so-called rappers confuse that because they try to imitate or mimic what the current sound is without putting their own spin on it, not realizing that if you're listening to music that's out now, that had to be at the minimum 6 to 8 months previous to that when they actually came up with that. In other words, you already missed the boat. If you're rapping about or like somebody that just dropped a project, you're 6 to 8 months behind them because now you're trying to copycat what they got going on, and they whether it's beats or lyrics or whatever, what's catchy, but you're trying to catch on to that wave. But that wave then they came and go. They're working on the next shit. They got their next album already done. You know what I'm saying? Or finna get their next album cracking. So it's just a matter of just